Hey guys, in this video I will show you the best tricks and lineups which you can do with Neon right here in Bind, and we will start right here on chart when you are attacking. Firstly, when you are coming here, you can always stun this lamps area very simply by bouncing off this back wall and stunning anyone who would be close. And you can do it from any spot right here on chart. As you can see, anyone who would be here is gonna get stunned. Another simple way how you can use your stun is by simply aiming right here at this track above this K and so simply bounce it off, and it's gonna land perfectly in this corner, stunning anyone who will be trying to play close in this annoying spot. If you are coming out of showers, very simply you can stun this area by bouncing off this wall, just like that, and anyone who would be here is gonna get stunned very simply. And another one is that you wanna bounce it off of this back wall right here in the lamps, so that way you will support your teammates on shot by simply line it up like this. And at the right time you'll throw it, and if you throw it like that, it should bounce off like this, and anyone who'd be here in these lamps is gonna get stunned and your teammates can simply push from short. If you are defending, you can always do your stunts like this, very simply by bouncing off of this side of this wall, and anyone who'll be on short pretty much here when they are pushing is gonna get stunned. So very simply use this, and then you can try to be with it and get some free kills for yourself. If you are retaken, there's plenty of ways how you can do it, but you can always use your stun like this by simply bouncing off of this back wall, just like that. It will stun anyone who is behind these boxes and anyone who will be close on this side. And of course, stunning area in lamps is not a bad idea as well, and it's pretty easy to stun anyone who would be here by simply bouncing off this wall. Another great simple trick is that you can throw your stun abilities through this TP, so by simply doing this. You can aim pretty much anywhere where you want, and anyone who would be on the other side is gonna get stunned right in front of Hookah, just like this. As you can see, the enemies would get stunned. It really depends on the angle which you use, so make sure that you try that, and so that way it is as effective as possible. And of course, you can use your stun to bounce off of this back wall to stun anyone who would be in these corners or anywhere else. So simply use these back walls in your advantage, and you can get really creative with it. When you are attacking on B in Hookah, there's plenty of ways that you can use your stun. You can simply bounce it off of this wall, or then on the other side as well, and simply cover this left or the right area by simply doing these. Since these work fantastic and there's not much else that you need to do. If you are coming out of Hookah, there's plenty of ways that you can bounce off your stun. For example, like this. This way it would land at this corner and it would stun anyone who would be holding this corner, or you can do it this way as well if you want to stun only that corner. The other way, if you want to stun into tube, you can bounce it off this box, just like this. And anyone who would be in the tube is gonna get stunned. And of course, you can do a very similar thing for the backside by bouncing off of this back wall, by doing something like this. And anyone who would be behind this tube is gonna get stunned. Another thing that you can do right here from Hookah is you can stun anyone who is holding here by not even peeking, and by simply just bouncing it off this wall and stun it like this. And anyone who would be here and elbow either in this or in this corner is gonna get stunned. Very simple. On the other hand, if you are coming out of long, there's also plenty of ways that you can do this. One of my favorite ones is by simply bouncing it off this side of the wall, just by simply aiming anywhere in this area and bouncing it off. It's gonna land right here, and it's gonna stun anyone who's in this corner, and it's gonna fly into the tube and stun anyone who is there as well. Another way how you can do it, just by simply aiming next to the corner, just right here, and then throw it. It's gonna bounce off and land in the backside, so that way it's gonna bounce off this corner and anyone standing in this area who might be holding Hookah from your teammates. So you can do this and try to help them out. Another way is by simply stunning in this corner like this, and also anyone who'd be here is gonna get stunned. Very simple. Another thing that I should mention, you can stun this spot and this spot as well by simply doing this without peeking. Anyone who'd be holding here in this area with operator or here is gonna get stunned. And if you are already on long and you wanna check if there's anyone in this corner, make sure you bounce it off this back wall, this one, just like this. That way it's gonna land more in the middle and cover more space than if not only if you would bounce it off of this side of the wall, it would only land right here, and this one covers the whole side. This whole spot, I mean. If you are defending with neon, there's plenty of ways how you can do it, but if you are in cube, it's probably the best one, since you can bounce it off of many things. For example, if the enemies would be pushing from long, you can simply bounce it off like this, and it can stun anyone long, or you can aim even lower and stun this area. It really depends on you, and make sure you know how high to aim. On the other side, you can do a very similar thing, and you can just simply bounce it off into hookah by simply aiming at this shadow, like this. It would stun anyone who is close to you, or anyone who would be close at this hookah spot. So once again, very useful. You can also be trying to do these jump spotting and then trying to stun them by simply doing this. You would stun anyone who would be here in this close area. If you are retaking from elbow, you can also try doing this by simply bouncing over this back wall. It's gonna land perfectly in the tube and stun even anyone who would be close at this area, but most importantly in the tube or close around it. Best fast lanes right here on A are probably these ones. You can very simply do this and then very simply push it, and your teammates can follow you safely, and then you can get into this quiet safe spot and be trying to pre-aim anyone who would be standing in this area. Another way how you can do this is by simply doing your wall this way, and then you can see above this fire at some point, and you can be trying to see if there's anyone, and they would have a hard time spotting you since they cannot see you and they would not be really aiming at this specific spot. If you are going out of shower, there's plenty of ways. You can, for example, do this. This way you can run into the side, or you can do it more to the right, just like this, and you can get yourself pretty deep on site. As you can see, you can go all the way here without them spotting you. Once again, a very cheeky tactic, and it can really work sometimes if there's enough panic on the site. If you are coming out of hookah, you can once again do your wall like this and very simply follow your fire and try to check back side, and when it goes out, you can maybe hide in this spot and just be trying to pre-aim this spot, so you know that there's no one holding you, and this is quite a safe spot as well. Right here from long, you can do very simply this, the same way as you did before. Once again, you can go all the way here and check spawn, or you can very simply just run all the way to spawn without the enemy spotting you. But be careful, they can always go inside of your line. So yeah, that's about Neon on Bind. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and see you guys soon. Bye.